Happy Friday, everybody. Max here, and in today's fix, Hollow Knight Silksong is such a big deal that pirates are actually encouraging people to pay for it. Meanwhile, we got some cool updates from Superman, Man of Tomorrow, and Spider-Man Brand New Day. Let's get into it. Okay, so as of recording this episode, the only thing anyone is talking about in the gaming space is Hollow Knight Silksong. Yesterday, we told you how it managed to crash multiple storefronts, and on Steam alone, it peaked at almost 500,000 concurrent players, putting it behind only Dota 2 and Counter-Strike 2, and making it not a big deal, just the 29th most played game of all time on the platform. Now bear in mind, that's just one of the platforms it's available on. PC players also had the option to grab a DRM-free version from goodoldgames.com, and unsurprisingly, it didn't take long before that version got cracked and wound up on various piracy sites. What is surprising is that members of the piracy community came forward to encourage other prospective players to actually pay for the game to support the devs instead of downloading it illegally. Several members of the R-Piracy subreddit confessed to acquiring the game the old-fashioned and legal way. A user named PyroKZG said it was the first game that they'd bought on release day in a decade, with others chiming in to say it was their first time doing that, period. Oftentimes, players who pirate games do eventually buy a copy legitimately, either because they're suddenly better off financially, or because they enjoyed the game so much that they wanted to repay, or I guess actually pay, the developer for their work. In Silksong's case, Team Cherry's reputation and track record has earned them that goodwill up front. As Redditor NoShape6503 puts it, it's a 3 to 4 person team that is done right by their fans at every turn, making sure the PC release is DRM free, making sure all original backers of Hollow Knight get Silksong free on their choice of platform. This is a time where if we can afford to support them, we should. So yeah, it's kind of wild to see Team Cherry's revolutionary business model paying off. They worked really hard on a game for years, and then they made it available in as many places as possible with minimal bull for the reasonable price of $20. What a concept! Anyway, Hollow Knight Silksong is out now for basically everything. It is playable on Windows, Mac, and Linux through Steam, GOG.com, or IGN's sister site Humble, and it's also on all of the PlayStations, Switches, and Xboxes. Meanwhile, Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass subscribers can get it at no extra cost. If that all still sounds too good to be true, go check out IGN's review in progress for what we think of the game. And the reason it's a review in progress and not a complete review is because nobody got early copies because Team Cherry wanted their Kickstarter backers to play the game before anyone else. And that's just another reason people want to support them. Since there's basically no other gaming news besides Silksong, here's what's going on in the world of superhero sequels. Earlier this week, James Gunn announced that his Superman follow-up will be titled Man of Tomorrow, and it'll be hitting theaters July 9th, 2027. Yesterday, he teased that the current ongoing season of Peacemaker will be setting up the sequel. In an Instagram post, Gunn wrote, "Watch the Man of Tomorrow prequel, aka Peacemaker Season 2, airing a new episode tonight on HBO Max at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, which is definitely one way to get people's attention about his smaller screen DC project." What's odd is that between now and July 2027, there are several other DCU projects slated to release. The Supergirl movie hits theaters next June, the Clayface movie premieres in September, and then the HBO Lantern series is supposed to drop at some point in 2026. One fan questioned how closely Peacemaker Season 2 would be setting up the next Superman film, and Gunn replied, "Directly. So if you're trying to stay up to date on DCU movies, don't sleep on Peacemaker." Meanwhile, over in the MCU, a new menace has been terrorizing the producers of Spider-Man Brand New Day, Tom Holland himself. In the past, Holland has been one of the best sources of MCU leaks, blurting out spoilers or accidentally revealing key details during interviews, and while he's gotten a bit more buttoned up about that, it sounds like he is still running his mouth a bit behind closed doors. Speaking of Lad Bible, Holland discussed how in addition to donning the tights on screen, he'd been taking a more active role behind the scenes, saying, "I have been actively sifting through the internet and trying to best understand what it is that the fans want from a Spider-Man movie, and that's been my driving force in these pitch meetings. I think the producers at times were like absolutely sick of me, but I think it's really important because we make these movies for the fans." Spider-Man Brand New Day is currently in production, and fans have had plenty to talk about with the news that Jon Bernthal and Mark Ruffalo would be reprising their roles as the Punisher and the Hulk respectively, but we'll have to wait until next summer to find out how it all comes together. Spider-Man Brand New Day hits theaters June 31st, 2026. That is your fix of Silksong and superhero news for Friday, September 5th, 2025. If you haven't yet picked up the Hollow Knight sequel, you can grab a copy over on IGN's sister site Humble, and while you're there, you can grab 8 other incredible games for just $14.99, including WWE 2K25, Destiny 2 Legacy Collection 2025, The Plucky Squire, and Return to Monkey Island. It'll be available until October 7th, and every purchase supports Team Rubicon, a veteran-led humanitarian organization that unites military veterans, first responders, and civilians to deliver aid where it's it's needed most. By joining in, you're not just building your library, you're helping communities recover and rebuild. Oh, and if you're stuck in Silksong, having trouble with a boss, or wondering which collectibles to hunt down first, go check out IGN's Silksong guide on the front page of IGN.com. And as always, for all of your gaming news, guides, reviews, all that good stuff, you know where to find it, IGN. Have a great weekend, everybody. Go play some video games.